Namaste. And welcome. This is an opportunity for a reset, a reboot, starting fresh, from scratch. Like you've never done a yoga pose before in your life, this could be a new opportunity to discover something fresh and wonderful. Not as a grief of change. Let this be a joyful shedding of limiting beliefs, getting rid of mental clutter, and freeing yourself of negative habits. We'll stop just clinging to the past. You can start over with a clean slate by rebooting your mind and body with the practices of self-awareness and skillful action, upaya. You will become sensitive to your authentic human self, sattva, so that moving forward you can engage with the world in a more serene and compassionate way. So let's center with some breath to create a sacred time and space for reset. Vajra Pradma Mudra is the unshakable trust. We'll interlace the fingers, place them over the heart, lift up the chest to broaden the chest and heart, and breathe that unshakable trust, knowing I am enough. I am nourished. I am aware. I am alive. I will shine. I will thrive. And release the hands. Okay, laying prone in crocodile pose, Makarasana, face down on the mat. With the toes spread to the side edges of the mat, the forearms stacked in front of you, and the forehead resting on the back of the wrists. Keep the elbows pressing down and pulling under so there's no collapse in the back of the shoulders or neck. Good. Put aside the things from the past, the regrets, the grudges, and just be present now with the sensation of the breath in your body. Where do you feel the movement? Where do you feel restriction? And breathe as though your whole body breathes. The restriction of the floor against the abdomen and diaphragm is going to cause more movement into the back of the rib cage and the sides of the rib cage. But you're going to be strengthening the diaphragm because of that resistance against the floor. Take complete breaths in and complete breaths out, waiting until one breath is finished before beginning the next. lifting up, come up to table pose. Press up to hands and knees. Spread the fingers, widen the knees, hip distance apart. And then hug to the midline through the inner arms, the inner legs. Connect to that source and the core of the pelvis. Now move with your breath between cat and cow, looking up on the inhale to a sway back cow, and looking down on the exhale like an angry cat, rounding the back. Take complete breaths, as though this was the first time you'd ever done this movement. What are you discovering? What is it teaching you? Now, please press the hips back to the heels, buttocks to heels in child's pose. Rest in the breath. Expanding the back and shoulders on the inhale, and emptying the belly on the exhale to deepen the stretch, pushing the palms forward, sending the hips back. Finding more resistance against the diaphragm here, making that inhalation more difficult. But still find a way to fill the lungs completely. Now slide forward through cobra and down with the hips, the chest, the chin. Stretch the arms behind, the palms face down, and start to lift the shoulders. Reach towards the back of your mat. Pull the shoulder blades in. The chin slightly tucked. Activate all the posterior muscles through the spine, the sacrum, and release. Rest the chin to the side, heels open. Now, either with the strap connecting the hands or the fingers interlaced behind the back, start to lift the shoulders again. Keep the feet down, the chin slightly tucked. Good, and rest, chin to the other side, heels open. Restoring the breath to a deep, even rhythm. And bring the legs together, hands to either side of the chest. Curl the chest up for a nice cobra pose. Stretch the toes back, lengthen the tailbone, open the chest. Yay! You can twist side to side, rock the hips, moving, living, breathing pose. And push up to table pose. Spread the fingers, curl the toes under, and lift up the knees. Start to walk the knees, walking the dog. Good. And then lower the knees down. And walk the hands forward, puppy dog. Scoop the chest through towards the thighs. Maybe the forehead touches the mat. Maybe you can deepen that shoulder stretch by lifting up onto fingertips, like spider fingers. Good. And walk the hands back under the shoulders and step the right foot forward to a low lunge. Move the left knee back, then press down through both legs and lift hands up to the right knee. Take a pause as you reset your orientation, now more upright, vertical. When you're ready, lift up the arms. Good. That's the way. A fresh start to the day with your yoga practice. Good. Lower the hands down. Move the right foot forward and lift up the toes for a thigh stretch. Inhale, lengthen the spine, tuck the chin slightly, and exhale, straighten the knee, tighten the tummy. And your breathing makes the pose flow effortlessly. With a freshness. Starting over from scratch. All right. Revolve this to lift the right arm up and look up to that hand. And release. Lower the right hand and step the right foot back. Switch to the second side now. Left foot forward. Anjaneyasana, the monkey pose. Ground through the legs and lift the shoulders up and back. Exhale, engage through the core of the pelvis. Root down, rise up with the inhale. You're gorgeous. You've got that. Nice. Stable. And fresh. Anchored through the stability of muscular energy in the hips and pelvis. You can taste the newness, the freshness of each delicious breath. And lower the hands. And move the left foot forward and lift those toes up. Inhale, soften the knee, lengthen the spine. And on the exhale, straighten the leg, tighten the tummy. So pulsing with the breath. Keep a fresh point of view. Now the right hand under the right shoulder. Revolve to the left. And lift the left arm. Oh, that's it. That's great. Very nice. One more breath. Opening the chest. And exhale, left hand down, the left foot back. Now, sitting to the heels, hero pose. Not too close to the back of the mat, in case you want to recline. You have that space to go back with the hands, with the shoulders. Lengthen the tailbone, engage inner thighs, and start to recline towards the back of the head. And try to keep the knees down, the shins tucked under, and engage the muscles you're stretching and the quadriceps strong. And come up when you're finished to straight back. And lift up the hips. Hold the back of the waist. Hands on the buttocks. And tilt the head back for camel pose. Squeeze the buttocks, press the tops of the feet down. You might try lifting one arm up and reach behind. If you're doing that, switch arms. You might be doing that with one hand on the heel. And go back a little farther. And you might have both hands on the heels, going to your max. And then release down to table pose. And a nice downward dog. Curl the toes under, lift the knees to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Relaxing the knees and shoulders on the inhale, and lengthening and strengthening on the exhale. All right, and we'll lower the knees. All right, I guess time to come up to stand. Just walk forward and use the strap here to open the shoulders a little bit. Okay. We'll start with a very long loop, one that you can hold and still be able to bring the arms behind the back without bending the elbows. Oh, not quite. So we're going to have to adjust. A little more slack here. And just taking it back and forth a few times. Yeah, that seems about right. And if you like holding the back bend, just stay there for a few breaths, squeezing the buttocks. Good. Now we're going to take the strap in the right hand, hold it behind the head, and walk the left hand up towards the right. Pull against the ends of the strap like you're stretching a rubber band. And don't let the head drop forward, but keep the chin slightly tucked so the neck is straight, the belly's in. There, good. And try a little forward fold there, bend the knees. And come up with an inhale. Switch the hands. hold the strap in the left hand behind the head, and the right hand reach behind the back. Walk the hands towards each other and pull the elbows apart, straighten the neck and spine. Good posture. Try folding forward, bend the knees, hinge at the hips. And release, inhale, stand it up. Good. Now, take the strap about shoulder width apart, hold it overhead, and start by tilting arms to the left, the hips to the right. And come up with an inhale, switch sides, and exhale, second side. And just keep alternating with your breath. Good. Take it once more to each side. And last one. Great. And you can set the strap down. Now, taking a half sun salute, sweep up on the inhale and fold on the exhale. Inhale, hands to knees, spine straight, and exhale, fold over straight legs. Repeating, inhale, hands to knees, and exhale, folding, Uttanasana. Once more, inhale, flat back, and exhale, straighten the legs. And lift all the way up. Sweep up, touch palms. And bring that Vajra Pradma Mudra over the heart once more. Fingers interlaced, thumbs pointed up. I am enough. I will shine. I will thrive. Now take a wide stance and folding forward, hands under the shoulders, knees soft, but the soles of the feet parallel. Okay? Inhale, knees soften, and exhale, fold over straight legs. The hips right over the feet, so the pressure is equal in the balls of the feet and the heels. The kneecaps are lifting up, and the shins are hugging in to the midline. Good. And finding the strap, I'll stand back up and hold the loop behind the back with hands about shoulder width apart. And draw the shoulder blades in and fold forward here. And focus us on muscular energy in the legs, hugging into the midline, lifting up into the core. And rise, inhale, back up to a straight back. Good. Let's keep the strap handy, but you can set it down. And face the front of the mat for warrior one. We'll step right foot back, bend the left knee, and ground into the back heel. Rotating the right hip forward and pulling the left hip crease back. And then once you've aligned the hips, hold it there with muscular energy, strengthening the muscles. Reach the arms up. Good. A pose you've done 1,000,000 times, right? Reset the mind to find what's special about this pose today. What are you learning that was brand new? All right, now lower the arms. Here's where the strap can come in, where we clasp hands behind. Once more in yoga mudra, or hold the strap. And fold forward, arms lifting up over the back. Humble warrior. And finally, release the hands down. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Rise with the inhale, lift the arms, press palms together, and bring Vajra Mudra, Pradma Mudra to the heart again. You've got this. Step the left foot back, Warrior One. Examine every part of the pose, the freshness, a new start. Great, good. Feeling what's working, what needs maybe a little tweak here or there. And once you've settled into the general form of the pose, let your breath make it even more delightful and invigorating. And inspiring. Now, bring the arms behind in Yoga Mudra, connecting the hands or using the strap to help you fold forward in Humble Warrior. And release that standing up to a straight back. Step the left foot forward. And do another forward fold. With head to toes, Uttanasana. Now we can stand up for Warrior Two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rest. And step the right foot back for Warrior Two. I'll turn this way. Bend the left knee. Open the front of the hips by engaging the back of the spine, buttocks here. And then widen the arms so you're looking over the left hand. Good. Armpits lifting up, shoulders back. Good. Strengthen down into the feet and legs. You've got this. Great job. And now straighten the left leg for triangle pose. Lift up the right arm and look up as you inhale, right shoulder back, and exhale, press down through the feet, lengthen the legs. And the breath keeps flowing, smooth and deep, even and steady. Now bend the left knee so the left elbow can press on the knee, and the right arm keep extending over the ear. As options for side angle, the left hand can come to the mat. Or if you wish to bind behind your back, maybe take the strap in the right hand, drape it behind the back, and thread the left arm underneath the thigh to grasp the other end of the strap. Once you've connected the hands, open the chest, roll the right shoulder back, tuck the left hip under, and you're looking up over the right shoulder. Okay, we'll release the side angle, straighten, lift up, and turn the feet. So, second side, warrior, bend the right knee, straighten the spine, open the chest, and engage through the inner thighs. Press down through the soles of the feet. And that left hip stays back. Soften that left hip point. All right. It's Trikonasana, triangle pose. Straighten the right leg. Lift the left arm. Folding over that right hip, but keeping enough space so that you can look up to the left hand, stack the shoulders. Okay, it's all right. And bend the right knee for a side angle pose. The right elbow can press on that right knee as the left arm extends over the ear. If you tried other variations before, try something like that again with the left hand behind the back. If you're binding, the right arm under the thigh. And then roll the left shoulder back, stack the shoulders, tuck the right hip under. Good, and we'll release up to standing. Nice job. Step the feet together. And start warrior 3. Right. Just we'll pause to reset. And then come to a balanced, steady position at the front of the mat. And step the right foot back, toe touch with the right foot, arms wide to the side or over the shoulders, and find the balance in that standing leg. Lift up the right toes and lengthen the spine. Exhale, lift the back leg a little higher. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, Lifting the back leg even higher until your back is parallel with the floor. And come up to standing mountain pose. Press the feet down, root into the earth, grow as tall as the sky, and rest the arms. Reset. Rebalance. And start anew. Toe touch back with the left foot. Open the arms to the side or over the shoulders, and gradually float the back toes up. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, lift the back leg a little more. And come up to standing mountain, tall, straight. Good. And exhale, fold forward. Good. All right. Yeah, we didn't get everything there. We'll just step back to downward dog. Then three-legged dog, lift up the right leg. Bend the knee and swing it forward into pigeon pose. Right knee behind the right wrist. Then walk the left knee back and lower the hips down. Keep the hips level by engaging the inner thighs, toning the pelvic floor. Straighten the spine and gradually come forward, lowering down to the elbows or the forehead. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, hug into the midline. So the outer hips squeeze towards the core, navel lifting, pelvic floor engaged. Just being your authentic human self in each pose helps preserve a calm and serene mind, sattvic mind. Sometimes we get restless. That's the rajasic mind. Or sometimes we get too dull, and that's the tejasic mind. Now we'll switch legs. Step the right foot back. Walk the knees. These are the three gunas. Now slide the three-legged dog, left leg up. Bend the left knee and swing the left knee forward. Walk the right knee back and lower the hips down. Inhale, lengthen, align, and on the exhale, melt forward, finding your comfortable place to breathe. Breathe as though your whole body breathes, saturating every nook and cranny, and then emptying everything back out on the exhale. So there's a freshness, a reset with each breath. Out with the stale old air that's not serving you anymore. Squeeze it all out. Please rise to a seated position. I'll take a wide leg, forward fold. Opening the legs, spread the toes, flex the ankles, spiral the inner thighs down, move the sitting bones back, and then inhale, lengthen the spine, rolling the shoulders back, and exhale, engage, lift the kneecaps, fold forward over the hips, just gradually, sensing as though this was the first time you'd ever done this pose. Reboot the mind to start over in a known good state. Factory reset, back to our original humanity. The bigger the breath, the more time you have to learn about your body through the pose, to hear what your body's telling you. Now please lift up to a straight back and face towards the left leg. Straddle with the hands. Pull the left side of the rib cage back, the navel up and away from the left thigh so you can fold out and over this left leg. Okay, chin is slightly tucked so the crown of the head is pointed towards the big toe. Complete breaths in and complete breaths out. And please switch, lift up, turn towards the right leg. Draw the right side of the ribs back, the navel twisting to the right side so you can fold over the right hip. Gradually lengthening and then folding farther. Complete breaths. Okay. Now, please lift up again, straight back. Bring the soles of the feet together. And if it helps you to sit up straight, use a little bit of height underneath the hips to sit up with a straight back. And open the knees apart. Draw the lower back in. Broaden the chest and shoulders. And on the exhale, begin to hinge at the hips. Keep the muscles engaged in the thighs like you're pulling your heels in underneath you. And you can add some pressure with the elbows on the inner thighs. But just be gentle, thoughtful, and mindful. Starting from scratch. And building the pose breath by breath into something unique and wonderful. Good. And lifting up to a straight back. Release the legs out in front so we can recline. Have a strap handy to make a loop around your right foot and lift the right leg up to the sky. Head and shoulders on the mat and the left leg flat as well. Inhale, soften the knee, choke up on the strap. And on the exhale, straighten the leg and press against the resistance of the strap. Setting aside expectations, just explore this as a new pose, a new sensation. Hold the strap in the right hand so you can open the right leg sideways, taking it over to the right side of the mat. Now cross the right leg over to the left side and switch hands, holding with the left hand so you can roll up onto the outer left hip and twist the spine, look over the right shoulder. And lay back down, switch the strap to the left foot and lift the left leg up to the sky. Inhale, soften the knee, shorten the strap. And on the exhale, stretch in that hamstring, straightening the leg. Patiently resetting your expectations. Hold the strap or the leg with the left hand and guide that left leg open to the left side. Now, lift that leg up, cross it over to the right side, switching hands. Hold with the right hand and roll onto the outer right hip as that left leg crosses over, twisting the spine and looking back over your left shoulder. Good. And release the left leg down beside the right. And hug both knees into the chest. Rocking, rolling, whatever feels good in your back, hips. And separate the knees for happy baby. And pull the knees in towards the armpits by holding the ankles or the edges of the feet. And again, feel the freedom to find something new and fun, to explore variations that your body craves. Good. And then start to stretch out for a full body stretch. Legs long, arms overhead, feet wide, and spreading the fingers and palms, spreading the toes and feet. So every little muscle has one final stretch to say, I'm enough. While you're doing that, I'll turn the lights down. And hopefully you're covering up to stay warm and cozy, and you'll be able to rest your body, stretch it out, take up all the space you need. And when you find a comfortable position, just let your body rest there. Doesn't need to do anything more. And over time, it will begin to settle into stillness. And just be aware of how you're holding your body. Are there any muscles that are not necessary? And they can relax and soften. Now feel the touch of breath in the nostrils as you breathe. Feel the freshness of the inhalation and the ease of the exhalation. Letting the breath settle into a comfortable rhythm. You begin to notice that you're not the breather. Your body breathes for you. Your body knows how to breathe all by itself. So you can become the observer and just witness the breath. You start to notice the temperature of the breath in and out, the quality of each breath. It nourishes you on the inhale and calms you down on the exhale to relax deeper. Continue to witness this flow of breath in and out through the nostrils. And add to this breath the mantra so on the inhale, and thinking to yourself the sound hum on the exhale. So as you inhale, hum as you exhale. And focus your awareness at the third eye as you repeat this mantra between the eyebrows, sensitive to your humanity, serene, but also caring and aware of what's happening around you. When thoughts arise, let them be just like a breeze through an empty space, disappearing, and coming back to the mantra, so hum. So hum. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Let there be peace within us, peace with one another, and peace with the universe. May it be so. And you can start to awaken, move and stretch to eventually roll to your side. Enjoy this fresh newness of a reset, a reboot, a reawakening to your authentic, original human self. And come back to a comfortable seated pose when you're ready, sitting up and ending for today. My whole life is undergoing a big reset right now, so this is apropos. I thank you for your presence, thank you for your practice, and thank you for your deep soul beauty. Namaste.